Carolla and Dr. Carolla. Loveline, coast to coast.
Hey, it is Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That's Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. Dr. Drew is a board-certified physician and addiction medicine specialist. I'm ready to do one hell of a show tonight, Drew.
Yeah, what's up?
I don't know. I'm ready to rock. I'm ready to rock tonight. Drew was napping on the sofa in front of the studio outside. In the parking lot when I walked in.
Yep.
Thought a hobo had been rolled. Yeah, what's up with you?
Just tired.
You couldn't even make it inside the building?
Actually, did a little reading on sleep deprivation. It shows very clear. A good study came out last week that showed that if you get a 10-minute nap, your sort of restitution is of your rest is substantially better than if you take 30 minutes.
Yeah, there's a whole science. My other partner, Jimmy Kimmel, the Emmy Award-winning Jimmy Kimmel, he has his cycle timed down to, he has to take a nap for like an hour and 31 minutes. Otherwise, he's screwed.
Yeah.
And I don't put too much stock in that, although I do know once in a while I take a nap for an hour and a half and I wake up and I feel like hell for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
And sometimes I take a nap for an hour and 15 minutes and I feel great.
Yes. I took 10 minutes early today. It kept me going for like 5 hours. It was great. Then I started hitting the wall again.
All right, so we have to figure out our cycle. Is that what you're saying?
We have to start cycling together.
All right. Should we go on with the show?
Yeah, please.
Want to do that? No.
Whatever.
We'll speak to Mike, who's 26. Mike?
Yeah, I'm here.
Great, Mike. What's up, brother?
I just think I have something going on that's kind of weird. I get really excited over sporting events.
Yeah.
Like if my team or the guy that I'm rooting for does really well, my wife just gets hammered that night. I don't know what it is. I just get overly excited, I think.
Right. Yeah, she takes one for the team, so to speak.
I mean, Tony, when you got your 900, that was like the biggest night of my love life ever.
Oh, you're calling from somewhere that does the show ever. Yeah. Yeah, hey, Tony Hawk is not in tonight. You're listening to last night's show.
Well, that sucks then.
Yeah, but don't worry. I'm super funny.
Right?
What?
Just to listen to it, because, that was literally the pinnacle of my love life.
The 900.
For suck.
Yeah. Yeah, he pulled a 900 and Mike pulled a 69. It was great.
Well, a lot of people have a connection between aggressive impulses and sexuality.
Yeah.
And it could be that. Plus, sports is known, usually when people are engaged in sports, so it can raise testosterone levels. So.
Yeah, adrenaline's pumping. And there's no, let me tell you something, there's no substitute for being in a good mood, too, when it comes to the boinking. So, anyway.
Having a winning team.
Right. No answer to that question. Eric?
Yes.
You're 17?
Yes.
That's the kind of depression I miss. What's going on?
I started working in a strip club with my father, and I'm only 17, and I'm afraid that my mother will find out. What should I do?
Does your mom know that your dad works in a strip club?
Well, she dances there. Yeah.
Oh, I see. And
what's your father do at the strip club?
He's a dancer also.
I see. And
what do you do there?
I'm a dancer as well.
I see. What is your stage name?
Thunder.
Thunder?
Yes.
What's your nationality?
I'm black.
Yeah. White guy couldn't pull this off at 17. Just couldn't. You see what white guys look like in their underpants at 17? They don't look like Thunder. Is it one of these things, is it like a black club?
No, any dancers or customers can come in.
I see.
What?
And
anybody can get there and dance?
No, it's not.
No.
But it's not a black club.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? So you dance. What's your dad's dancing name?
His is Rider, Night Rider.
Night Rider.
Yes.
And because he's a big David Hasselhoff fan?
No, I don't know how he got his name.
I see. And what's he come out in? What's his beginning outfit?
Just a biker outfit, but he changes up every now and then.
I see. And what do you get down to?
Everything except the socks.
You get the sock over the penis?
On your feet.
Oh, just your socks on your feet?
Yeah.
You get totally naked?
Yes, sir.
Is that what goes on at these things?
That's some, not all.
It's been a while since I've taken in a good male ass show.
Is it all men?
How much do you make?
Oh, I can make lots of money in tips a night.
And who shows up? Gays and fat chicks?
Just women.
Just fat women?
Not all are fat.
Right. Some are husky?
I guess you could say that.
All right. Well, listen, your mom's sensibilities can't be too delicate if she's married to a guy who goes by the name of Knight Rider and shakes his dong around for tips.
And
are they still living together?
Yes.
And takes a 17-year-old son to engage.
Yeah, I remember when my dad took me to strip for the first time.
Yeah.
And in the Jewish culture, they do it at 13.
Oh, it's one of those sort of commercials.
Rite of passage.
Yeah, it's
a Kodak moment.
Kodak commercial, yeah.
Right. All right. So, strangely enough, I believed Eric. And you know why I believed Eric? Because I asked him what his dancing name was, and he didn't hesitate. He said Thunder. And I asked what his dad's name was, and he didn't hesitate. And he said David Hasselhoff.
It's so bizarre, and reality is always stranger than fiction. So this.
All right.
What we didn't do anything for him.
No, Eric.
Yes.
What is does your mom suspect anything? How many nights a week are you stepping out to the club?
Well, I dance Fridays, Saturdays, and Thursdays.
Right. And what's your mom think you're doing?
Well, I usually sneak out later than my father does, like when she's asleep.
And do you guys carpool or anything?
I drive myself.
I see.
Is anybody doing drugs at home? Mom?
No.
No. And what do you think Mom's reaction would be if she found out you were doing this?
I think she would be kind of upset because I'm not 18 yet.
Yeah, but
even at 18, you think she'd be...
Isn't it a little bit of a family trade, you know what I mean? Like saddle making?
Well, this is me and my dad, and nobody else in our family.
All right. So your grandfather doesn't strip?
No.
And his grandfather before him?
No.
No. I see.
But this is the beginning of a great legacy, you know.
Right. All right. Hey, Eric?
Yes?
I say fool your mom for as long as you possibly can.
Why?
And when and if she finds out, you blame Knight Rider, your father.
Okay.
Well,
I mean, what else are you going to do? The guy's got a good gig. How much money did he say he was making?
What?
Eric, what do you make on a good night? What has been your best night?
Well, the club pays us $300 a night, and then in tips I can make at least $1,000.
Oh my Jesus Christ!
Good night.
I was carpet cleaning for $6.25 an hour. Oh, at 17, I was working at the Flask Liquor delivering booze for people who didn't tip.
Oh my God!
Jesus Christ!
That's what gets so alluring to those sorts of things. And now I understand why people don't want those things around.
True, it's making more than we make at MTV.
Oh yeah,
that is amazing. All right,
but imagine how sort of
let him do it.
But imagine how trapped that would feel to be.
All right, now Drew, you would be outraged if this was a 17-year-old girl doing this.
No,
I don't. A 17-year-old guy, it's no big deal.
No, it's the same problem.
No, it's not.
I'm not.
What's he doing? What's he gonna do?
I'll tell you, it's not as painful and destructive to him. You know, men. But you can hear it in his voice. We could have bet on him.
You think he's gay or something?
No, he's got something going on.
Hey, Thunder.
Yes.
Are you gay?
No.
You like chicks?
Yes.
All right. Were you beaten or abused?
No, not really, no.
Not really?
Once in a while, your dad beat you with his thong back?
No.
When most dads reach for their belt, he would reach for a studded G-string.
Your mother what?
My mom did most of the discipline.
Yeah, I see. All right.
There it is.
All right, Eric, what are you done with school, or do you have your senior year to do?
I have my senior year to do.
And you're doing it, huh?
Yes.
Oh, my God. This is a TV movie of the week.
Bad Ronald?
Honor.
Return?
Thunder. Yeah. No. Honor roll student by day, exotic dancer by night.
Mm-hmm.
James Vanderbeek stars. Is Eric, the Loveline caller, a.k.a. Thunder. That would be the name. Let's see. Here'd be the name of the movie of the week. Distant Thunder.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I'll tell you, there's not enough movies of the week going on anymore. I'd like to see some of those come back. Some of the good ones, like Killdozer and Bad Ronald. Stuff where, Those Amazing Dobermen. Stuff where farm equipment was possessed, Devil Dog, Hound from Hell. All those good ones we got to see growing up. Now it's some chick with breast cancer who's scared she's going to lose her lesbian partner if she finds out the news. That's not for guys. TV movie. I swear to God I've done research on this. I know I've spoken about it before. But there was a TV movie about guys who trained Dobermans to rob a bank for them.
Yeah.
There was a TV movie where James Brolin got locked in a department store and had to do battle with these Dobermans that were set loose for security. There was Devil Dog, Hound from Hell. It was a German Shepherd that was possessed by the devil. There was the Devil's Triangle.
Oh, how many of those were there?
Well, then there was Beyond the Devil's Triangle. But as I told you, even at age like 10 or 11 when I saw Beyond the Devil's Triangle, I was doing the math and I was thinking to myself, wait a minute, if you're beyond the Devil's Triangle, you're in Bermuda.
You're fine.
You're all right. And right now, you know where the studio is? You know where our Loveline studio is?
Beyond the Triangle.
Yeah, Beyond the Devil's Triangle. That's right. And where's Eastern Europe?
Beyond the Devil's Triangle.
There you go. And where's some of the nicest country clubs and golf courses in the Palm Desert area?
Beyond the Devil's Triangle.
There you go. There you go. I had difficulty with the math even back then. There were killer bees.
Oh, yeah.
Movies of the week about killer bees. There were like nuns who attacked people. There were like renegade nuns. And, I mean, it was great. A lot of satanic stuff.
It was all geared to the 11-year-old male.
Right.
Yeah.
John?
Yeah.
Killdozer. You understand? It was a bulldozer that was possessed. It was a movie of the week. How did that pitch go? All right, John? You're 15. What's going on?
Pretty much about an hour ago I was masturbating, and I guess one of my friends screwed around with one of my lotions, and I guess it put cayenne pepper in it or something that burns. Yeah, pretty much. So I was about 3 minutes into it, I started feeling it burning, and I looked down and it started to swell. And I wiped it off real quick, and I went to the bathroom, cleaned it off, and I just want to know, and it still burns and still swollen. What can I do?
What do you mean swollen?
It's not erect, but it's big. It's swollen.
So it's irritated.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you mean irritated? Why would it be big if it was irritated?
That little feature that happens.
I got to sprinkle some paprika on my penis when I get home, see what happens.
These will help. Capsaicin is a compound in creams that if a really diabolical friend could stick in.
What do you mean capsaicin?
It's their cream. It's a derivative of cayenne pepper. It's a
cream.
Yeah.
Why?
It's actually used to numb nerve endings in chronic pain, like neuropathic pain. When you first put it on, it burns like hell.
Where'd you get it?
It's in pharmacies.
Oh, well, he didn't go to a pharmacy, his 14-year-old buddy. No.
You and Ray and Chris.
No, he got a little, Bengay or something like that. Mix it in there.
Maybe.
All right. So what do? Rinse your penis off, you're fine?
Cold water soap.
Yeah.
It should be fine.
Yeah. Hey, guys, I swear to God I'm going to come out with a handbook or at least a laminated warning type thing that teenagers can mount in their bathroom, which is we've all experienced the tragedy of whacking off with Prel or dandruff shampoo or using something that harms the penis, and guys don't figure that out. I mean, they learn the hard way. I'd like to do a PSA.
Distribute pamphlets.
I just think, here's what I'd like to do. I'd like to do one of those late-night public service announcements that runs at 4:30 in the morning.
You see that, Bo?
Where I come walking out, and I say, hi, I'm Adam Carolla. Many of you recognize me from my popular television shows, The Man Show and Loveline. I do a lot of kidding on TV, but one thing I'm not kidding about is penis irritation. It happens to over 5 million teenage boys a year. It's a tragedy that can be prevented. And then I just hold up a list of things that guys whacked off with. Deodorant, dandruff shampoo, Epsom salt, things like that. The many things that men have rubbed on their penis as teenagers.
You would need one of those classic commercial charts, though, with a fire burning and then some sort of column that rises depending on the degree of burning caused by the different agents.
Right.
A little flame.
Yeah. Graphics, illustration. And again, I'm not selling anything. This is a heads up, so to speak. Is that Demra?
Hi, how are you tonight?
Hey, you're 27. What's going on?
I'm confused, and I was hoping maybe Dr. Drew might be able to help me out.
All right, what's going on?
My son's always sick since he was 6 months old. One major thing after another.
Like what? What do you mean major?
He was born with a heart murmur that he ended up having open heart surgery for when he was 3 years old.
Do you know what the murmur was due to?
No.
Huh?
We don't know what caused it. I do
Well,
know
no. What murmur just means...
there's a hole in the heart.
Right, and what was that diagnosis? A ventricular septal defect?
I don't remember. I was 18 when that happened, and I lived most of my days in a fog.
Okay.
Just going from one heart specialist to the other, because I was on Medi-Cal back then.
All right.
And he had the heart surgery, and they said that it was an ASD surgery.
ASD?
Uh-huh.
Atrial septal, not VSD, but ASD.
Right, ASD.
This is an atrial septal defect.
Holy Christ.
Okay.
And then last year he kept getting dehydrated and breaking out in rashes and was really tired all the time.
He come back to see the cardiologist?
And he saw a cardiologist, and they said that his heart was fine, but all they did was an EKG.
He needs an echocardiogram.
I keep fighting with Kaiser, and they won't do one.
Wait a minute. She just said EKG.
No, it's an EKG. It just shows the electrical activity of the heart. She needs an echo sound wave.
Well, wait a minute. What's an EKG?
Electrocardiogram.
Oh, that's the difference in the echocardiogram?
Echocardiogram, yeah.
What would be the initials for the echocardiogram?
No initials.
Well, with some fighting...
Hang on a second. Hold on.
Someone's got to work this one out.
That's why we call it an echocardiogram and not an EKG.
All right, but when you hear someone say EKG, you think it's echocardiogram.
No, electrocardiogram.
All right. So what's happening?
Okay, well then last year with all of that, I finally fought with Kaiser enough, and they did some tests on him, and they found out that he's having some kidney problems.
Oh, boy. Is he on medication still?
No, they never put him on medication for the heart.
All right. So we understand your child's in bad shape, and we're sorry to hear.
Not in bad shape, necessarily.
Well, all right. Listen, he's no triathlete.
Well, no, actually,
what do you want? What can we do about it?
Well, what I was wondering is if there's like one major disorder that could be causing all of these little minor disorders that maybe the doctors are overlooking, that I could maybe request for them to do tests on to see if that could be what's wrong.
It's an excellent way to think about it. It's called Oscillarian thinking, where you try to put all the different problems under one diagnostic umbrella.
Yeah.
In other words, the probability is that a person is going to have one major problem, not two or three unusual problems.
Right. Let me explain to everyone. Drew is a mediocre doctor, and he's no genius. So if your people can't figure out what this one is, certainly Drew's not going to be able to do it over the radio. Drew?
Thank you. I think that's resounding endorsement.
Thank you.
But I'm not quite done with her yet.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
Were you doing drugs or anything when you were pregnant? And did they ever do any kind of workup like that, where they try to put it under one diagnostic category? Any pediatricians do that? Not cardiologists, but pediatricians?
No, his pediatrician really has not seen him throughout any of this.
Okay, and what is the kidney problem now?
The right kidney is 2.5 centimeters smaller than the left kidney.
Yeah.
And it's not working at full function as the left kidney.
Yeah.
And he's also urinating blood.
Oh, boy.
And he's been urinating blood for about a year.
And they haven't done any testing on that?
I've taken urine samples every...
Has he seen a urologist?
He sees one regularly.
Urologist?
A pediatric nephrologist, actually, is what he has.
And what do they call his diagnosis?
They still say that it's unexplained as to why there's blood in his urine. We're going to do another urine test this next 2 days.
All right. All right, hold on. Listen, I don't mean to be cruel, but we're not going to solve this.
Here's the thing. She's getting adequate care. Lots of it.
She's going to many specialists.
She's done a good job with that. There's nothing that jumps out as a diagnostic category that covers all the bases here, but it doesn't matter because each of them, in this situation, requires its own specific
What about, aren't some people just lemons?
Yeah, some people who have developmental disorders, they tend to have more than one, like kidney and ear and heart and other areas. So
yeah.
And that's what we got here.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to be cruel, but some people just aren't as durable and don't develop as well.
Don't develop normally, that's all. And there's nothing... She's right, though. There are certain genetic categories or sort of... conditions that would...
Drew, go back on the sofa and go to sleep.
I think I need to.
Jackie?
Yes?
You're 25?
Yes.
You think you got a hemorrhoid from rough vaginal sex?
Yes. Is that possible? Yikes.
Vaginal sex?
Yes, swear to God.
Wow, that was rough.
I know.
What happened?
It was a good night.
Was this your husband?
Boyfriend.
Wow. That was the old vengeance F. He was really working here, huh?
While.
What's that?
I've been away for the summer, so
I see. Yeah, I love it when guys do that. They try to squeeze it all in.
Make up for lost time?
Well, it's like you were gone for 3 months. We would have had sex once a week for that 3 months. It says 12 to 4 to 5. All right, I'm going to bang the bejesus out of you for about an hour and a half. That you got a hemorrhoid?
Yes, it's possible.
Explain to me.
How?
I nailed this chick so hard once, vaginally, my penis poked out of her ass.
I did not.
Absolutely. True story.
But, I mean, you're irritating that whole area, and it can inflame the perineum, and that can get over. And if you already had hemorrhoids, you probably wouldn't cause hemorrhoids, but if you already were sort of prone to them, it could stir that all up.
It's never happened before.
Yeah.
Well,
a lot of stuff that never happens before happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All sorts of stuff. Pregnancies.
Well, everything.
Everything that's never happened that does happen
is what happened.
It's never happened before.
Yeah.
Theoretically. I mean, I don't want to get too philosophical at this early in the show, but it does, things that never happen eventually happen, or they don't happen.
I didn't mean it's never happened, but you're saying I was prone, someone was prone to hemorrhoids.
Well, you may have been prone, but not known it, too.
Oh, right.
No, when you're...
well, but she's 25. You're not popping out hemorrhoids regularly as a young adult, and they
No,
say
I've
to be...
never had them before. That's why I was concerned now, making sure that's what it was, and that was the only thing that could have... the difference between last night and today.
It could be a carbuncle.
Yeah, it needs to be checked out.
It does not. Listen, but first off, if you're the roid queen, you know by 25. Number one.
If you're the queen, but you may just be prone to them.
Just be one of her handmaidens or something like that. The roid princess. Secondly, I'm 36 and proud to say never had a hemorrhoid.
But you had a carbuncle.
I had a carbuncle on my ass that my buddy Ray convinced me was a hemorrhoid.
It's actually called a perirectal abscess.
Whatever you want to call it, I call it pain.
Who calls it a carbuncle?
Who called it a carbuncle? Yeah. I think I looked it up.
It's a perirectal abscess.
The point is my a-hole buddy Ray had me convinced it was a hemorrhoid. Because he had
your a-hole buddy?
So, well, speaking of a-holes. And so I rubbed Preparation H on it for a week, and all it did was hurt.
Oh.
And eventually I got it. Let me tell you something. I am like, what was that show? Jane Laidlaw, Frontier Nurse, or what the hell was that show? Martha Quinn, Medicine Woman? Yeah. That's how I was. Before I had medical insurance, I'd do light surgery on myself. It was great. I get the pin out, dip in a little rubbing alcohol, shine the flashlight up my ass. I go to town. I couldn't afford, medicine or doctors. I didn't have any insurance.
How much pus came out? Did it really come out under pressure?
It was like you ever seen gay porn? I did some gay porn in the late 70s. It was not pretty. I tell you, it was top. Like there are those days that people go, they have those sort of pinnacle days where they go, the birth of my first son, or the day I was married, or the day I graduated from an Ivy League school or something. The day my ass exploded was I know exactly where Jimmy and I went out for Mexican food that afternoon. It was like a celebration. I ordered a margarita. I've been walking with a limp for a week. Let me tell you something. When your asshole is on fire, it's funny. Oh, it's real funny, but it is not funny to you and your ass at all. I had to call in. I couldn't work. Oh, I couldn't walk.
For you, that's heartbreaking. Not working.
Well, I was a boxing instructor at the time, so it was 25.
But it came out under pressure, I imagine, when you...
Oh, it was wonderful. And like I said, I took care of myself. We didn't get the deposit back on the house, if that's what you're asking. The point is, if Drew says go to a doctor all the time, I say lance it yourself. That's the way I operate. Turns the ladies on when they hear about me performing these medical procedures on myself. All right. I'm going to do some liposuction with a shop vac and a utility knife when I get home.
Good.
We'll take a little break. We'll be back after this. Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew over there. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. All right, there, Drew. You ready to go back to the phone?
Feel much better. You know what's weird is, I get this weird thing where I start convincing myself I can't express myself, and then I can't.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have a block. I can't quite say what I want to say, and then I don't. I had that in a goddamn Big Brother tonight. I left a bunch of stuff behind I wanted to say just because I started freaking myself out.
Can't articulate yourself any better than that.
That's it.
Articulate should be an easier word to say. I imagine that happens a lot. You can't articulate yourself any better than that.
Articulate.
Listen, I ain't no college professor.
No.
No what? And let me tell you this too. I didn't work as an auctioneer for, my job was carpet cleaning, construction.
Hey, we're talking about my ability to express myself, not yours. You're fine tonight.
I didn't. I never had jobs where I spoke.
And you were told not to speak, weren't you?
Well, I was told not to speak when I was in school, and then when I got into carpet cleaning, I just worked with Latin guys.
You couldn't speak. The machine was too loud.
And then when I got into construction, I worked with Latin guys and dumb guys, so it was hard to talk there, too.
They were so busy yelling at you that you never talked.
Yeah. Yeah, we were too busy listening to Leonard Skinner and the Eagles. Lewis?
Hello?
You're 16?
Yes, I am.
What's up?
My girlfriend just had a baby on July 25th, and the baby got thrush, and I'd like to know if I can get in my mouth.
No, that's something that newborns get and very old people get, and sometimes people on antibiotics and people with impaired immune systems.
Okay.
It's a candida, and the yeast that lives in your mouth normally, and it just overgrows when your immune system isn't functioning normally.
Hey, Lewis?
Yeah?
How old's your girlfriend?
17.
All right. Can you not have any more kids for a little while?
Yeah.
Like maybe 10, 15 years?
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
Smoke a little less pot?
Yeah.
Hey, Lewis?
Huh.
You know when you turn on the news and you see all these idiots doing dumb things?
Yeah.
And they're getting in, high-speed pursuits.
One
they're
like about that?
Yeah, they're killing people and they're fugitives from justice and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know where most of these people come from?
No.
Bad parents.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't want your kid. Is it a girl?
No, it's a boy.
Okay. Now I'm moving. You don't want your kid to be on the news in 15 years, do you?
No, I don't.
Okay. Remember that.
All right.
Now here's the deal, Lewis. There's a direct correlation between the kind of father you are and whether the kid's on the news or not.
Yeah.
And don't screw that up, because I'm going to hold you responsible.
All right.
All right, so stop smoking so much weed.
All right.
It's daddy time.
All right.
All right, just for another 18 years or so.
All right.
All righty. There you go. Michael?
Hi.
You're 15.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, listen, I'm telling you, when I'm in charge, our last caller and this woman, there would be an intervention, and they'd be sterilized. I would look at them as threats to the state, enemies of the state, quite easily. Just like, hey, you get a DUI, you get your license suspended. Your insurance goes up. There's all sorts of things that happen to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
When you don't behave responsibly.
Yeah, you stepped out of line. Society had a few guidelines. Not driving drunk was one of them. You got popped. Now you lose a few privileges, and your insurance rates are up for another, 7 years or 3 years or whatever it is. There's points on your driver's record. If you get popped again, there's bigger consequences. You have to attend this or that. Now, you guys tell me what's worse, getting popped for DUI or having a kid when you're 16. So from a societal standpoint, you tell me.
I agree with you.
Why don't we step in? Why isn't there anything for that?
Well, at least we're creating...
we've
undone the incentives to go ahead and have kids when you're 15.
We have?
Well, the welfare and all that stuff.
Well, good. Slow it down. And listen, you pussy politicians, you start doing something. Would you start talking about this, you big sack of wussers? Cowards. Michael?
Yeah.
What's up?
I'm totally straight, but sometimes I'm having, fantasies about men in porn.
You're gay.
Yeah. She's
No, I'm not.
totally may not be the right word. Semi-straight?
Yeah.
He's bisexual. You're,
I understand, Michael, those are all drops that Anderson is...
No, they're not. That was David Allen Greer popping into the studio. And Michael?
Yeah.
How do you know, that was Andy Dick?
Andy Dick,
yeah. I knew that. Why do you think you're fantasizing about men in gay porn?
It's not gay porn. It's regular porn.
Oh, you're just looking at the guys.
Both.
Yeah, all right. Well, that's all right. I don't hold a hand over one eye and try to block the penis out either.
But you're kind of aroused by that, though.
Yeah.
All right. There's a woman in there. Fine. You may think you're him.
And are you sexually active?
Yeah.
And how old were you when you started all this?
Masturbating?
No, having sex.
I started like 2 years ago.
At 13?
Yeah.
Did you do anything before that?
No.
Nothing ever happened to you before that?
No.
Oh.
Yeah. Hey, let me ask you a question, Michael.
Yeah?
When you watch porn, do you picture yourself as the guy, or are you just watching?
Watching, yes.
Okay.
All right. Again,
How dare you?
I think he's just got a lot of confusing impulses because at 13 he's being bombarded with stuff that.
Yeah.
I mean, think about what these kids are exposed
Oh, who knows? Who knows what the hell my brain... Well, look at me. I'm a mess as it is.
to. Yeah.
If I had the internet, if I had... I mean, oh my God, was I deprived of porn when I was a kid. First off, when I found a old black and white crumpled up newspaper picture from one of those... Here was the most readily available porn when I was growing up. They had these newspapers. They were like called Star or Hollywood Star or something like that. You remember those? And they'd be on
Newsstands.
not newsstands, out of newspaper vending machines out on the street. And I didn't have a quarter or 50 cents to get it, but those machines, if you bought them real hard and yanked simultaneously, one out of every 300 hits, you could pop the thing open. Meaning there was some sort of latch mechanism, and if you slammed it, the thing would pop up for a beat, and if you yanked on it at the same time, you get those things right open. Anderson, you ever do that? You didn't do that?
Yeah, but it was for like the Wall Street Journal.
Oh.
And it was LA Express was the big one.
LA Express is the big one, right. And those are the magazines that are like, they're actually newspapers. They have a color picture, but everything's black and white in there, and there's a whole bunch of like transvestite advertisements and stuff. Those were the ones where the stars were on the chicks' nipples. And I'd bang that thing, and I think that's why I had to have hand surgery, actually, from whacking on those machines trying to get it porn. And it's like torture. It's like putting a pork chop in a lucite container and put it in front of your dog, you know. I'm 12, 13 years old, and I'm scratching on this thing, chewing on it, trying to get into this. Like, there's the porn, if I could just get past it. So, I get the magazine. Anyway, I had like an old black and white picture of Adrienne Barbeau with her top off.
Oh, my God.
It was black and white. She was topless.
Tiny.
And it was
Tiny
like,
picture.
yeah, it was a wallet size. And I found it on the street. It was crumpled up,
You built a shrine.
That's what I used. That was it. That's all I had. And then later on, my buddy Ray, his older brother, got hold of a porn, had a John Holmes film, 16 millimeter. No, 8 millimeter. 8 millimeter, black and white. And I held that thing up to the light, black and white. And let me tell you guys something. 26 millimeters in an inch. 8 millimeters is smaller than 3/8 of an inch.
Just like this.
It's a quarter of an inch. The thickness of this pen is 8 millimeters.
Yeah.
John Holmes' penis still bigger than mine, even at this gauge. But I would hold that thing up. These are the stories I'm going to tell my child when they complain about pornography.
Did you have a jeweler's loop?
No. You want to talk about pathetic? And I'm still a mess.
Yeah.
God knows what kind of shape I'd be in if I was looking at, Asian stump porn on the internet, full color and movement, like a 3D graphic realism, Oh, my God. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll speak to Sarah, 13. Big boobs, and guys at school are teasing her. Wants to know how to deal. After this. Big Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. There's a whole bunch of good-looking women in the next room tonight. I can't account for all of them. Anderson?
Oh, what you doing?
Uh-oh.
Turn the lights off. You can't see in there.
Why is there what is it, ladies' night here at Loveline?
It's not Tuesday?
Oh, what? It's Tuesday, ladies' night?
No, it's Wednesday.
Oh, Wednesday's ladies' night, yeah. Who is everybody? We have Colleen, who works with Dr. Drew now, working on a new TV show.
Yep.
Right?
Mm-hmm. She's one of your people, right?
Yeah. Colleen worked on the Man Show Although I just recognized her, someone I recognized, but I didn't know who.
What?
Old engineer Dooley is coming to the studio and sort of tip the scales for the gents.
Come here and give me a hug. Yeah.
All right, who else? Anderson, who are all the women in the studio tonight?
I don't know. A couple of my friends were across the street, and they came by to say hi.
Jesus, where do you get such good-looking friends?
I don't know.
You.
They listen to the show, and they realize what a nice guy I am.
All right.
After they hear you.
Anderson likes the beautiful people. Sarah? Oh, Sarah?
Yeah.
You 13?
Yeah.
How big are your boobs?
Very big. They're like C.
Bumpsy.
C?
C.
C?
C.
C?
C.
C?
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So they're C?
Yeah.
Yeah. How tall are you?
5'2".
5'2". How much you weigh?
Around 115 pounds.
I see.
What are they teasing? What are they saying?
C's not huge. It's big for a 13-year-old, but not huge overall.
What are they saying?
Just really weird things like ask like for milk and like
Ooh.
and like to touch them and stuff like that.
Now, why don't you tell somebody they're touching you in ways you don't want them to?
Well, because they'll just think I'm overreacting. They'll be like,
no. If they're touching you, especially in what your parents told you, your private places,
your naughty parts,
that is way over the line, and I think you need some protection.
Yeah, but everybody will just think I'm like just some wuss. Like I don't want.
All right. Well, listen. What do you want us to do then?
I don't know, but like I can't really tell a counselor though. I don't really feel like I could like talk to them about that.
Sure you can.
Why couldn't you?
Sarah, next time someone does something, just go over to the counselor, all right?
Counselors go to
Oh, shut up. I don't want everyone to... Drew tells everyone to go to the police. I called 911 the other night for the first time my entire life was busy.
For what?
I was driving into work and I saw a car accident. And it looked like a pretty bad wreck. It happened as I was driving past.
Wow.
Yeah. A better man would have stopped. It was funny. The 911 operator was like, is everyone okay? I was like, I don't know. Weren't you there? And I'm like, no, I just passed it.
There's always like a 14-minute wait to get them to answer the phone. You get all these instructions in Spanish, right?
Yeah.
That's not busy. That's normal.
Yeah. That's a bad sign, by the way, when you get the instructions in Spanish before you get the English. And, by the way, it was busy, and I thought to myself, oh, for Christ's sake, I swear to God, when I'm in charge, what was my limit on 911 calls? You get three a lifetime?
Yeah.
That's it. Because people they're way into the teens with these things. And listen, all you wives out there that are being battered by your drunken husbands, call 911 the first time. Second time, you move out. That's it. Or shoot him. Or something. The cops aren't marital counselors. Oh, my God. Oh, getting called. Oh. When I think about what I don't get for my tax dollar, I go insane, Drew. Do you understand me? And listen, all you people who are tired of hearing me complain can kiss my hairy, carbuncle-riddled ass. I had trouble spitting out riddled. Jeff?
Abscess.
Thank you. You're 27.
That's right.
What's up?
I talked to you back in February. It was actually right around my birthday.
Oh, that's right.
Just a couple buddies of mine have this thing that they do in Vegas. We were going to Vegas for my birthday.
Right.
And they all they do this big gag where they take one of the casino cups where the change that you collect it goes in. They take it in the bathroom and they take a dump in it. Then they sprinkle nickels on the top of it and leave it by a machine and wait for someone to jam their hand down in there, and then they clown and laugh and stuff. And I mean, so I called in and
that's good.
It's good.
Yeah, I thought. I mean, quickly, it's kind of funny, but
yeah, I think it's funny.
You laugh and then run. Don't people react to this?
Oh yeah. But I mean, it's usually old people and stuff, and they just what are they going to do? They get out because they don't do it because they know they're staying out. But the whole
right. Well, you don't ask where you gamble, as my grandfather used to tell me.
Well, but see, now they're going to a whole new level with this. And what they want to do is, instead of going in the...
Oh, wait a minute, I know. They actually eat a roll of nickels and then pass those into the cup, so it's actually embedded in the food.
In the store, yeah.
You think? Is that what it is?
No, not quite.
What are these two?
They want to get it in a napkin or like a paper towel or something and sneak it into the buffet.
Yeah.
And then, like, put it in some of the, like the spaghetti or the pudding.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
See, that's...
I got a better plan. Why don't they just make a big ass bomb and have it go off in the casino? That way,
hey Jeff,
everyone with ass.
Did you ever go to the zoo?
The zoo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever stood outside like a chimpanzee cage or anything?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You see what they start doing there?
Do they make fun of you?
They throw it at each other and stuff.
Yeah. We're there. This has happened now. We're finally there as a society.
Hey, Jeff, listen to me. Listen to me, you screwball. I understand your friends have a fixation with poo. Lord knows I went through that phase. Maybe it was in high school. What's the problem? But even I passed through it. Pardon the pun.
Literally, yes.
And here's the deal. I don't mind some old folks getting a handful of Duke. That's funny to me. But crapping in the...
chocolate pudding.
Yeah, making the ass on a shingle, literally, is not a great plan. If people get sick, you could kill somebody.
Okay, well...
You understand?
Yeah,
and I like to go to casinos and eat. So I don't want to be thinking about that next time I reach for a ladle of brown gravy. You understand me, you jackass?
I agree. No,
listen, hey,
I wasn't
Jeff,
down with it.
Jeff, listen to me. You're 27?
Yeah.
You got to focus on getting laid. You understand?
No, it's not me. I'm
I know. They need to focus on getting laid, too.
Do that at work, job.
These are guys who aren't getting laid.
No kidding.
This is the kind of energy a man has when he's not getting laid.
Yeah.
Women, you can prevent this. You understand? You just throw a little sex, and all of a sudden they stop thinking about crapping in the salad bar.
It's that aggression again.
Well, I'm hoping now they hear you say it, because, like, you rule, and we're all like, yeah, Adam would think it's funny. But, I told him, hey, look.
He would think it's funny.
Listen, you're talking to a guy who put a jacuzzi jet in his ass and squirted it at his friend and thought it was funny. But even I won't crap in a salad bar.
You just throw poo water right on their head.
Yeah.
Yeah, poo jacuzzi water.
It was a while ago, Drew. I don't remember
That's
exactly
that may be how you get your perirectal abscess.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
Oh, yeah.
In high school. What are you talking about?
Hmm?
Hold on. How dare you? How dare you? I didn't get the double pump in before I began. I'll try that again. How dare you? How dare you? Wow. That was like, I should get an Emmy for that one. That was serious.
Okay.
Got like a triple pump at the beginning, and then my voice cracked a little as if I was crying at the second one. Anderson, can we hear that? You got that? I mean, that was strong, Drew. Listen to this. I could be in a soap. I really could. Uh-oh. How dare you? How dare you? Thank you. Kathleen?
Yes.
You're 27?
Yes.
You want to know my other good soap line? Drew, I think you know what it is.
I don't even know you anymore, man.
Oh,
No,
you stepped right on it. I was going to deliver it. Go ahead, Kathleen.
Well, I was sexually abused when I was little by my brother. And in high school, and afterwards, every time I was around a male and tried to have anything sexual, I'd like freak out and I couldn't talk. And
how old is your brother? How much older is he than you?
He's 7 years older than I am.
So how old were you when this happened?
I was 6 to 9.
Yeah.
The freak out, and he's 7 years older?
Yeah.
Shoot. Yeah, that's bad times.
The freak out, of course, is understandable when you're so badly traumatized. You sort of go back into that same place.
Did he have
You're
sex?
paralyzed and powerless.
Did you have intercourse?
Yeah.
All right. Hold on a second, Kathleen. Because we got to take a break. It's like, I don't even know you, man. Yeah, that's my acting ability. Kathleen?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold still, all right?
Very subtle.
Want to take a little break?
Subtlety, that.
Yeah. And then we'll get back and figure out, your brother's having sex with you for
6 years, 4 years.
6 to 9, she said 3 years. 3 years. I think I could make it. All right, we'll be back after this. This is Adam Carolla.
And this is Dr. Drew.
And you're listening to Loveline on the Zone 105. It's Loveline, live and nationwide. Yeah. That's a good little piece of radio there, Drew.
Sure, proud of yourself.
Yeah, I never get that little timing thing down there. Should work on that in my car. Phone number for Loveline, 1-800-LOVE-191. All right, when we left off, we were speaking to Kathleen. Mm-hmm. She's 27, sexually abused by her brother from age 6 to age 9. Her brother's 7 years older than she is, so he was 13 and 16. That is bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder what's up with him. Kathleen?
Yeah.
Yeah. What happened to him?
Nothing that I know of.
Where did he end up? What's he doing now?
Oh, no. Now he's married and has a kid.
Oh, that's great. And what do you suspect happened to him to cause him to do this to you?
I have no idea.
Well,
where you think he was beaten or sexually abused or anything like that?
He had to have been sexually abused. Really?
I don't think he was beaten or anything. I don't know. He never said anything about it.
Yeah. What's it like now when you see him?
He's not speaking to me now.
Why not?
Because my therapist was going to...
report it?
No, he was going to confront him on it. And my brother says it's in the past, not to worry about it.
Well, sure. And it's not like he borrowed your car and put a dent in the fender or something. Mm-hmm. So that's it. So no more contact. And what about your parents? Do they know?
My mom just found out last year, and my biological father just found out a couple months ago.
How'd they deal with it?
My dad doesn't think, he thinks I'm lying, because my brother could never do anything like that.
Oh.
And my mom said she thought something might have happened, because I don't like being around people.
Yeah. And what was up with your mom that she didn't catch on to this?
My brother would do it when they went out for dinner, because they used to go out to dinner every week.
But when did they catch on to the fact?
And I know your folks weren't reading in the same room, but don't you think as a parent you would sort of know
when it's a kid in trouble,
being traumatized this way?
Yeah.
I guess they didn't figure anything out. So.
Well, look, now the way these experiences in childhood tend people in what are being called trajectories towards being shut down to sexuality or becoming hypersexual, and sort of utilizing those arousal mechanisms as a way of sort of feeling okay about oneself again.
You married? Do you have any kids?
No.
And are you lesbian?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah.
You don't know what you are, huh?
No, I tried the sex thing again at the beginning of the year, and I freaked out like I did when I was younger.
Yeah.
So, has your sexual career been sort of nil, or have you been hypersexual?
No.
Just shut down?
Yeah.
Right. All right. So you're in therapy now?
Yeah, I've been in therapy for a couple years.
Good.
Yeah. All right.
You're doing what's right for yourself. It's fine.
It'll work out.
This will work itself out, exactly. Just stay focused on finding a relationship. Don't worry about having a sexual experience right now.
Okay.
Okay?
How about other facets of life? You able to work?
No, I'm on disability for major depression.
Yeah.
You're on medication right now?
Yeah.
What are you taking?
Anafranil, lithium, Clonopin, and Remeron.
Okay.
And what do you get for disability these days?
About $600 a month.
600 a month? Yeah. Can you live on that?
Barely.
Are you living at home or?
No, I live in an apartment.
All right. What do you do all day?
Watch TV and just stay home.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what I do too. How's that going? You know, they say the devil makes work for idle hands. That happen to you?
No.
You're not building bombs or anything?
No.
So what's a routine like for you? What time you get up in the morning?
I usually get up around 11 because I stay up till like 4 or 5 in the morning.
Right.
Why so late?
Yeah, you're depressed, and you don't have to be anywhere in the morning. You just start doing that.
Watching TV, and sometimes I can't sleep.
Yeah. And then what? You get up at 11, what do you do?
Go to the library and work on the internet for a little bit, and then come home and watch TV all night.
I see. How about getting a little exercise?
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes you feel good. You gotta start going for walks.
Or even find some projects, some sort of community service or something. You could find ways of getting a sense of worth in yourself.
Yeah.
It's like a way to contribute, to be of service.
Let me tell you, you guys want to know a cheap and easy way to make yourself sane? Classical music and walking.
The Carolla method.
There you go.
How about going like
now start walking.
Community service and...
Drew, you heard me. Start walking, you mother effer.
Serve food at the mission or something.
No. Force yourself to listen to classical music and walk. You'll get healthy. And drink a lot of water. I'm telling you. And you know what's cool about classical music?
What?
It makes whatever you're doing seem important. Like, even when you're home.
Grand.
Yeah. It's like you're home, you're doing a load of laundry, but you got some classical music in the background. It's like a scene from a movie.
Maybe
it really is.
Jazz, I think. That'll help.
No, that just makes you do stuff faster. TJ?
Hello.
You're 17. What's up?
Adam, Drew, it's an honor to talk to you guys.
Good to talk to you, TJ. What's up?
Couple things real quick. I made up the call to talk to you guys because Drew, you're a genius. Adam, not only are you literally a millionaire.
Literally.
Yeah, whatever.
And mayonnaise. All the way.
That's my mayonnaise.
Word. I was wondering, a couple things. Could we get Taboo 2 on later tonight?
Oh, let's request that.
There it is.
Heard that in a long
Now, would you like to just hear the theme, or shall I sing to it?
Oh, I want you singing.
Oh, okay.
Can we get that over with now?
Taboo 2. Well, hold on. He has requests. I'm going to write these.
All request Loveline.
Write these down. Yeah, we should do an all requests or the best of when we don't have again. All right, so Taboo 2 with me singing.
Oh, yeah, all the way.
All right.
Put some gut into it.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to sell it this time.
You're doing good radio.
And what else would you like to hear?
Well, I mean, the good radio, that Loveline nationwide, I like that.
Yeah.
It's got a certain ring to it.
I would appreciate that, but do you have any other requests for tonight?
I really don't. I was wondering if I could get an autograph or something. Is that possible?
Well, how does that work, sir?
I don't know how to get that. Could Daniel's coming in here a second, get me some coffee.
Also, bought you guys' book, The Survival Guide to Love and Life.
Oh, you did?
You can send that in and we'll send it back to you.
I can do that?
Send it with a self-addressed stamped envelope or something?
Yeah, send it with an envelope and enough postage to get it back to wherever you are, and then we'll sign it and say something nice, and then we'll send it back to you.
Excellent. Also, Adam?
Yeah.
The back-to-school edition of The Man Show?
Yes.
Work of art.
Oh, thank you. I'm trying to remember what was on that, because I never get to watch The Man Show because I'm always here Sunday nights, 10 o'clock on Comedy Central, by the way. But I know they had the back-to-school ovations. One was just hiring an Asian child to do your bidding for you academically. But what the hell else was on that show?
Oh, you had the Man Show Kid.
Ah, Man Show Boy went on campus.
God.
Hey, babies.
Oh.
Yeah, I love that kid. Homeschooled, by the way.
And a reverse turning bed after you get drunk.
Oh, yeah, it spins counterclockwise.
Where are you calling from, TJ?
I'm calling from Tampa.
Thanks, DJ.
No problem.
That's where the Love Sponge is from.
Yeah, okay. Everyone knows him. Yeah, one of the motivations was, you lie in bed after you're loaded, especially in college, you get the spins.
Yeah.
This bed turns counterclockwise to the way you're spinning. Equals you out.
Hey, Adam, how many times have you talked about Loveline on the Man Show?
Never.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
No, thank you. Why, don't be such a pussy.
Oh, that Man Show. All right. What is that name again?
Ariadna.
Ariadna.
Hey, what's up?
You're 16. What's up?
Yeah, I've been taking these, fat-burning pills kind of things and, protein powder and stuff.
Yeah.
And, they just make me, I haven't had a period in, 2.5 months, and, I haven't felt really good. I have to go to the bathroom all the time.
Are you sure you're not pregnant?
Yeah, I'm not sexually active, like, at all.
No. And what's up? You a big gal?
No, I don't, like, you've met me before. You met me at the X Games. I don't know if you remember.
Oh, you got a big set on you, though, right?
Yeah.
Were we hugging?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you.
Yes.
Jesus, you're 16?
Yeah.
Holy Christ.
Really? How old do you think I was?
Forget my attorney. Do I have an attorney?
You do now.
Forget your attorney. Ariana, you were standing behind the barrier.
Yeah.
I was doing some interviews.
Uh-huh.
You were wearing a blue shirt.
Pink shirt.
A pink shirt.
Yeah.
I thought it was a boy. You were jumping up and down.
Oh, yeah.
You have large breasts.
Yeah.
You were screaming my name.
Yeah.
And I kept, like, signaling to you, hold on.
Uh-huh.
And then I'd do a bunch of interviews or something.
Yeah, and then you came over, and it was totally cool.
All right, but tell people, even though I'm, a huge star and literally a millionaire, I came over there and found you after I was done with everything, didn't I?
You came over, and you gave me a hug, and you signed my chest, and I was
What?
freaking out, yeah.
16.
Don't overdo it, baby.
It was so
She
cool.
looked 17.
Totally getting interviewed, and, like, he didn't
She
even...
wants to tell you about a stool now. What was that?
Yes, I was being interviewed by some stations, and I was talking like Entertainment Tonight with one of the Survivor chicks or something like that, and I can't remember what it was, or Sports Illustrated or something, and Ariana was screaming, jumping up and down, yelling.
So she's, what are these diet pills?
Like Metabolife and Total Effort, Fat Burn.
So you're taking more than one.
Like Cosamine, complex, yeah, like...
Why are you taking all that crap?
Because, like, my mom takes me to this place, like, that's like a health store kind of thing.
Yeah, but these chemicals are not good for you.
Why? You're 16, you're beautiful, I saw you.
No, I'm not.
Listen, I wouldn't have gone over there if you were homely.
I don't know, like,
nice.
my parents really, like, drilled it into me, and I mean... I understand, like, I want to be healthy and, like...
Yeah, well, don't take so many chemicals then. Take balanced diet, exercise properly, take real food, stuff that grows in trees in the ground,
Hey, listen,
organic material.
I don't know, your parents are screwing you up. Why don't you move in with me? I'll raise you. Like a veal in the closet. We won't have sex until your 18th birthday.
The Metabolife got stimulant-like compounds in it, and it can raise the dopamine levels in the brain and perhaps shut down your cycling. So
True.
You might be losing too much weight.
What is up? She's not listening to much.
Okay.
What is up with the fat burning stuff? Or not the fat burning stuff, the fat attacking stuff?
You're not going to absorb the fat?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of something to that.
Well, you know it works because they dump olive oil into a beaker and then they throw some of this in there and it soaks it right up.
Oh, sure.
On the other hand, if you put a tablespoon of kitty litter in the beaker, I imagine that would soak up some of the olive oil, too.
They're pharmaceutical products, Xenical, that will actually do that. But
now, how does that work?
Well, I'll tell you. Well, it binds fat. It's a fat binder.
Okay,
but you think you know it works because what you hear next is...
Does it come out of your ass?
No, what the next is the disclaimer about foul-smelling stool and abdominal cramps, all this stuff that actually happens when you don't absorb fat. It screws with the osmotic burden going into your colon, and it's a mess.
There's no free lunch in nature.
Yeah, so if it's actually working, you're going to have symptoms.
So let me ask you this. You eat a big, greasy plate of ribs, okay?
Yeah.
And after you finish, you pop one of these pills?
Or just before, yeah.
Or just before.
Yeah.
And a certain amount of the fat and the calories that go along with that fat are not absorbed.
Right.
Into the body.
Right.
They're sort of bound and just pass through you.
Right.
What percentage is it?
I don't know.
Do you have any idea?
No.
If you ate, let's say, 8 ribs, would it be like eating 3 ribs?
I don't know.
You know, Drew, there's a lot of medical stuff, cc's and all sorts of other units of measurement that the common man cannot understand.
Well, let's use
rib.
Yeah, I think rib's a good one.
Rib would be a good unit of measurement.
Use rib and, like, strip of bacon.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like you can eat 5 ribs, and your body thinks you ate 2.5 ribs.
Yeah. It's on that order of
really
fat absorption.
You just pop one after?
Well, no, they don't recommend you do that. Obviously, they actually recommend you restrict your fat intake, because if you take a big fat burden and then take that pill, you're going to have a big problem. You're going to get gas and greasy stools. And
greasy stool?
It's coming out the other end.
That was the name of the punk band I was in high school.
Yeah.
You guys catch us?
You were good.
Yeah. Laden Log was the name of our stuff.
For Bad Company.
All right. Maybe I should sing the Taboo 2 theme. Anderson?
You got right on it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I may do that. I think it's been at least 2 days since I've sung. Now, mind you, Taboo 2 was one of my all-time favorite porn movies. Really one of the first ones I ever saw. My buddy the Wheeze, who had good parents and lived up in the hills, he had a VCR in his room. And you want to know how pathetic my life was? At 19, that was a coup. You understand?
Oh, yeah.
That I knew somebody who had a VCR that was in his room, and I could watch Taboo 2.
At 19?
Yeah.
I would have been like about 20, I guess.
Yeah, when I was 19, I think you were 43?
24.
24. I see. And Taboo 2 was one of the first movies I saw, and it has one of the greatest soundtracks ever.
I still think about VCR as like a innovation.
Taboo 2 is a movie about a guy named Junior who's not only banging his sister, but banging his mom. And they sat down and they wrote a song about this wonderful man known as Junior was raping his mom and sister, and it goes a little something like this.
They weren't raping them. They were delighted.
Well,
the song tells the tale.
Here we go. She says it all. Yes, he does. He knows how to please in every detail. I'm going to sell it, Drew. He can do more than you'd ever imagine and do it with style. He does it with me. Oh, yes, he does. That's my favorite lyric. I bet you thought that you knew him.
This is actually my favorite coming out.
Yeah, I like this because I saw it. Well, maybe you did, but you don't. There's a whole movement that goes with that you guys can't see. He only reveals what he wants you to see and then shows it all. And when he does, he satisfies me. If you only knew just what he could do. You asshole. If you only knew. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
You'd want him too if you only knew.
I mean, just think how our culture just fell apart during that decade.
Late 70s?
Yeah.
Yeah. Taboo 2 must have been 78, 79.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm sure the people that put that film were serious about it, too. It's like, oh, this guy, they're all into it, and they think it's the greatest thing.
Did you hear that woman? She was singing her guts out. That was probably a big break for her, too. I wonder if they just found her, like, out of the phone book and, like, sat her down and talked to her. If she was producer's wife or something.
For the man show or something, you got to put together a Taboo 2 reunion.
Yeah.
Get the cast, the grips.
Yeah, like they do with, Family Ties and Good Times and all these shows.
MASH.
Yeah, they get everyone together. See what Junior's doing. I'm guessing time hasn't been great for them. Jack?
No.
Who?
I wouldn't be surprised if some were not alive.
Jack, you're 20.
Who?
Uh-oh.
Oh, sleepy. Just take some sleeping pills.
You took some sleeping pills?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Did you do a little drinking, too?
No, I don't drink. I don't like the taste of beer.
Why are you taking sleeping pills?
It takes, I don't sleep properly. I mean, I can't sleep really fast.
Right.
Yeah, I just take those, Benadryl pills, those cheap ones from Costco, just buy those.
How those Benadryls work? They good?
Yeah, they'll make you drowsy.
Better than, Tylenol?
Yeah. Same thing.
Same thing? Tylenol, Tylenol?
Yeah, same thing.
All right. What if I take 3 of those? Will it work better?
At a certain point, you'll start to get agitated.
Well, I think we've already passed that point.
No, above 50, you would be in trouble. Could be in trouble.
Should I take 3?
Take 2.
Okay. Jack? What happened to Jack?
Here
there he is. Jack, what's up?
I just wanted to know what I could get from, giving oral sex.
For what?
To what?
Yeah.
To, a guy.
You can get any STD that you can get through intercourse.
Oh, hold on.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay.
What was that?
I don't know. Do you think Jack could have been 20? Do you think Jack was gay?
Mm-hmm.
He was?
I think so.
You think so?
Yeah.
Didn't sound very gay.
Came back in?
No. No. Anderson's had an ass full of Jack. That really sounded bad. All right. Victoria?
Yes?
You're 18?
Yes, I am.
Did you hear me sing Taboo 2?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, what'd you think? Be honest.
You were great.
Thank you.
Please,
Thank
Victoria.
you.
Be honest.
Thank you for being honest. Go ahead. I appreciate your candor. Go ahead.
Right.
Damn lie, and you know it!
I'm 18. I am 2.5 months pregnant, and I don't know how to tell my boyfriend.
Oh, boy.
Did he get you pregnant?
Yeah, he did.
Mm-hmm.
What's your plan?
Huh?
What's your plan?
My plan? I didn't expect to get pregnant.
No, when do you figure you'll tell him?
I don't know. I'm kind of scared to. I don't want him to leave me.
How old is he?
He's 19.
If he is that much of a dick,
Yeah.
that just finding out that you're pregnant would cause him to immediately abandon you, then you need to get this guy out of your life anyway.
Well, we planned to get married when we were much older, but...
Let me say it again.
All right. I already heard it. Hey, Victoria?
Yes.
What were you using for birth control?
Nothing.
All right. Well, maybe it's not going to come as a shocking surprise to him, who was using nothing whilst he was humping you, that he got you pregnant. What would you like to do?
Tell him?
You would. All right. Well, why don't you do that?
You have to. You're going to anyway.
Well, you're going to have an abortion?
No.
What are you going to do?
I was thinking more of adoption.
Hey, see?
There you go.
Victoria's a genius.
Yeah.
I have a life. I had a future. Go to college.
Hey, you want your child to have one too, and there's lots of good parents out there that would love to raise a child.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, listen, just kudos to you for thinking about the child. And I know it's a tough thing to do, but it's a great thing to do. But the problem I have is with this jerk that you're with, that just the fact that he discovers that he's made you pregnant, which no duh, would cause him to leave.
Maybe he won't.
That's the point. If he would leave, he needs to leave.
All right. So, Victoria?
Yes.
This will solve itself.
Exactly.
Okay.
If he leaves, you don't want to be with him.
Right.
It's sort of like the club that would accept Drew as one of its members. He wouldn't want to be in that club.
That's right.
You understand?
Yes.
All right.
It's been such a big help. Thank you.
All right, Victoria.
All right.
Really? I've been doing this show for 5 years. No one's ever said you've been such a big help.
Not in 2 minutes.
And she liked my Taboo 2 rendition. There's another great song in Taboo 2 where it goes, gotta get it on, 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 gotta get it on. And then it goes, feels so good, whoa, whoa. I mean, I'm not doing it justice. I mean, listen, you pick one of your favorite pop songs and sing, it's going to sound stupid, but if you heard Gotta Get It On, I'm going to bring that movie in.
Let me move the tears.
Bring a soundtrack on. I wonder if that's out on
CD.
Well, that'd be great. We'll ask the guys from System of a Down. All right, we'll take a little break. When we come back, we'll speak to Michael, whose penis is curved. He wants to know how to straighten it after this.
Zone 105, KVNR Lakeville, KVNZ Cambridge, KVNZ Eden Prairie. This is Zone 105.
Yeah. Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. He is Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LVE-191. All right. When we left off, we were talking to Michael, whose penis is curved. Michael?
Yeah, how you doing?
Good.
First of all, I want to tell you guys you do a great job. Adam, you are my liege. I love you.
Thank you.
You're the best, man. I've got a... I'm sorry?
Is this Lugenstein? No?
Something like that.
What's up?
Well, I have this upwards curvature in my penis, and I want to know if there was anything I could do about that.
Why is that?
How far up's it go?
Not really sure. Maybe about an inch.
Well, let's put it this way. Let's say...
Here it comes.
Let's say I was looking at your profile, and you had an erection, which of course you would if I was looking at you in a profile.
Absolutely.
All right. Now, let's make your thigh 6 o'clock, and let's make your belly 12 o'clock.
All right.
Okay?
The plane at each.
Yes. Now, if your penis stuck straight out, straight ahead of you, it'd be at 9 o'clock. But it is at what time?
Oh, I'd say probably 10.
10 o'clock.
Is there somewhere along the way it takes a sudden curve in one direction or another?
Does it start heading for 7:15 and then abruptly go to 10?
It heads straight out about halfway, and then the rest of the way it's about 7 o'clock.
Bananas.
I'm sorry, 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. Bananas up?
Mm-hmm.
The banana action? Nice.
It still sounds normal.
Yeah, that's fine. You're good. Yeah, it just makes you look more excited. It really does. I've seen porn movies with guys that this. It always is just. It's like,
well, that must be where guys get distracted.
They have an extra erection. Someone tried to stuff too much sausage into the casing. That's what it looks like. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've asked girls about this before, and they told me that it's a really good thing, but I haven't had enough experience to really know.
Yeah, it's sort of like, whereas most penises erect are sort of like guys just standing around waiting for a bus. Michael's penis is like a military commander, military, undergoing inspection. You know what I'm talking about? The shoulders yanked back, the chest thrown out forward, feet, hands down. That's what I sort of picture that penis as.
That's nice.
Great. Really falling in love with this Michael. Jenny?
Yeah.
You're 19?
Yeah.
What's up?
I've got my hood pierced twice.
Your hood pierced twice?
Yeah. And I want to know if it's like, if it's going to affect me, like, later.
No, but having the brain that gets your hood pierced twice is going to affect the rest of your life, you idiot. That's the real trauma. It's not the hood that's being pierced. It's the brain that walks the ass in the hood down to the piercing center. That's where the real trouble comes.
Yeah,
because that brain. But hold on, that same brain that's in charge of everything, not just hood piercing.
Yeah. I mean, I just wanted to know, like, if it was going to affect, like, stimulation later.
Some people do complain that it's more sensitive for a while and then desensitizes.
What do you do for a living?
I actually work in a porn shop.
What happened to you?
Nothing really.
Come on,
Nothing really.
Someone must have done something to you.
No.
Come on.
Nothing at all.
How old were you when you lost your virginity?
14.
Yeah.
How old was the guy? How old was your uncle?
It wasn't my uncle, but he was 22.
Grandfather.
All right, Jenny, now that you're a 19-year-old, can you imagine a 22-year-old with a 14-year-ld?
Yeah, I know, it's kind of sick.
Well, yeah, it's abuse.
Yeah.
So you were sexually abused, you were raped at 14.
Yeah.
Okay, so why were you sort of open to that kind of victimization?
I don't know, I guess I just wanted to lose it. All my friends are, like, older, and, they were always talking about it, I guess.
Typically, it would be somebody was sort of hitting you or physically, was real rough with you, parents, that kind of thing.
No.
Nothing. Nobody ever hit you when you were growing up?
No.
No, if your dad was sober, he would have given you a good walloping.
My dad wasn't really around, but...
He wasn't around?
No. My parents got divorced when they were, like, 2.
All right, let's talk about you working at the porn shop.
Hey, I like it. It's cool.
Oh, baby. You scaring me with that laugh. You have to test the vibrators before you hand them out, right?
Yeah.
There's no returns on a vibrator.
Right. No returns on anything.
So they got to pop the batteries in and get that baby, crank it up.
That's right.
That's got to be an exciting part of the job.
It's actually not that bad because people that come in there, they're in there for the same thing, and
right. Yeah, who are they kidding? So
you're doing a sociological study on the behavior of primates, and
you pop a couple batteries into that the Badger Labia Buster series and fire that thing up. And now, do you just fire it up? Or you got to use it.
I don't use it. They do.
I see, but you don't actually have to put it into operation.
No.
You fire it up. You don't have to stick it up their ass or anything.
Oh, my phone.
Phone out of battery.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right.
Convenient.
I should have fired that phone up before. You know what's weird about the phone? I only use the portable phone now.
Yeah.
Because I like to walk in circles when I talk.
Yeah.
Do you do that?
Oh, yeah.
I just walk.
Pace.
Pace. Thankfully, my house is set up in a circle. And I'm like... you ever go to one of those big aquariums and you see the grouper swimming around in a circle? That's what I do when I get home. I walk through in the entry hall, through the den, make a big circle.
Midnight Express, and when he was in the high security jail part, where he was walking around that pillar.
Yeah.
Clockwork Orange.
That's what was that Clockwork Orange?
No, Midnight Express too. I never saw Clockwork Orange.
All right. Oh, you didn't?
No. How dare you? How dare you, sir?
I walk in a circle. Now, here's the thing about the phone, and so I have to have one of those portable phones. And here's the thing about the battery. It happened to me tonight. The battery will do this. When it's running low, it'll go beep, beep, beep. Sometimes it'll beep for 45 minutes before it cuts off, and then sometimes it goes beep. Huh? And I'm thinking to myself, someone's got to establish some sort of international universal beep thing. So it's like, 15 beeps. So that when you're 12, it's like, hey, I got to pop on the other phone or whatever. I don't know if I'm going out on 2 beeps or 130 beeps. Very difficult life I have for a
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Go ahead. Here we go.
Rick?
Hey, what's up, guys?
You're 17. Rick, when you talk on the phone, do you pace? Do you walk in a circle?
All the time.
That's good. Why is that?
Hey, Adam?
Yeah.
Gotta tell you, when you sang Taboo 2,
Yeah.
it made me extremely horny.
Really?
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm going to sleep like a baby tonight.
But my real problem is that, I have a undersized penis.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not funny.
How big is it?
Like about 5.5.
That's average.
That's average.
But
average small enough.
Girth-wise?
Yeah.
Well, like when I try to put on a condom, it's a little baggy on it.
You have a little extra room?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's all the fashion these days, what the kids are wearing, right? Baggy condoms?
So I was wondering, would I, when I came, would it,
You might slip off.
go in?
Sure.
Yeah.
It could slip off.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
So be very careful.
Alright, and also,
Uh-oh.
I was whacking off, crazy style the other day.
Yeah.
Like what?
Like hard.
Yeah, hard.
Getting into it,
Crazy style?
Crazy style whacking?
Yeah, because, I heard Adam sing Taboo 2.
Right.
CSW?
Thank you. Yeah. I had one of those crazy style masturbatory sessions the other night myself.
Yeah. You all right?
Yeah, fine. Yeah.
Can you keep like a suture kit handy?
In case I pull my penis off?
Absolutely. Fracture it?
I keep some duct tape and an ether rag nearby in case the pain becomes too great.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to tell you something. I thought about masturbating the other night and went to bed.
And went to sleep?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, we need an MRI. I think you've got a brain tumor now.
Could be that, or could be, you know how, cats know when they're going to die?
They do?
I don't know. People always tell you that. They always say, animals, like cats and dogs, they go, yeah, he knew he was going to die, so he went off into the woods, and he died. I always go, I think he got hit by a truck. There's Indians, cats, and dogs are supposed to know when they're going to die, and then they just go off somewhere and die.
Right.
This may be a sign for me.
Okay.
I've never thought about masturbating and not actually masturbated. Other people think about masturbating, I masturbate. It may be one of those signs. Ivy?
Yeah.
You're 23?
Yeah.
What's up?
I had a question for Dr. Drew.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, for the past about 10 months or so, or about 10 months ago, they prescribed antidepressants for me.
Mm-hmm.
This is the third type that I started taking about 2 months ago. And pretty much my question is this: can anything really bad happen if I decide on my own to just stop?
What's the medicine?
It's trazodone.
Trazodone's pretty mild, mostly for sleep, right?
No, well, that's one of the bad side effects.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Are you anxious? You have a lot of nervousness? Panic attacks?
It doesn't help as far as depression, just makes me wake up with a headache.
Why don't you go back? The whole deal, depression kills 1 out of 5 people that have depression, right? And if you were on insulin and your blood sugar wasn't well controlled, would you just stop the insulin?
Trick question, Ivy. Say no.
Okay, no.
Right? You go back to the doctor and get the right meds.
I know. I've been waiting for an appointment for 2 months, and he hasn't called me
All right,
back
so
yet.
can she just stop?
Wait. He hasn't called you back?
No, he hasn't, it's a county thing, and I have to wait for an appointment.
All right, can she just stop taking it?
There's no withdrawal from trazodone.
All right, so stop taking it.
But the problem is...
And hey, I'll take it.
Your depression needs to be monitored better and managed.
Can I help you get sleep?
What?
Yeah.
Make you sleepy?
Yeah.
It makes me, but not in a good way. I mean, it's not sleeping pills. It's just, I don't like it. Anyway, okay, so,
All right.
can it stop by, I mean, as far as depression, can it stop by itself? Like, let's say I quit using drugs and that triggered the depression. Can it go away after a certain time?
What drugs are you taking?
I was using heroin and cocaine.
No, you got to be in recovery for that depression to go away. It will get worse.
Okay, well, I was. I mean, this was about 2.5 years ago I stopped.
Are you practicing a program of recovery?
Yeah.
You talk to your sponsor every day?
I don't have one.
Then you're not practicing a program of recovery, and your depression will get bad unless you are actively engaged in recovery. So get yourself a sponsor, go to regular meetings, and you will see that will help manage your depression, sometimes dramatically.
You got to talk every day to your sponsor?
If you've been a heroin addict, yeah.
Oh,
and you're just really depressed.
What a gig. You had junkies calling you all day.
And if there's a certain amount of injury that occurs from some of these drugs, too, and can predispose you to chronic depression.
No.
If your sponsor feels that that's the case, then you do need to get back and make sure you're properly treated.
No.
We're taking a break.
No.
You all right?
I was thinking, I'm not depressed, but I'm like grouchy all the time.
Irritable, depressed.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
I yelled at my dad today because I went out to lunch with him.
Yeah.
You know how you have it up to here with your parents?
Yeah.
But I'm this way with everybody.
Oh, no kidding.
I walk in a restaurant. I'm standing up in the restaurant so he could see me because he had to go back to the car and get something or whatever. He walks into the restaurant, and instead of turning to the direction where all the tables and all the people are, he turns to the other direction where the bathrooms are, and he just sort of faces that way for a while. And then he says to the person who's like behind the counter, "Hey, have you seen this person?" And anyway, when he came over, I was like, "Hey, dickweed, how about turning toward where the folks are?" And I remember thinking it was like I was yelling at one of my buddies. And I thought, geez, I shouldn't have probably chewed on my dad that way. But why is he turning the other way? Was I right? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You got this much for your parents, and they do that stuff? I told the cashier he was senile.
God, nice.
All right, we'll take a little break. When we come back, we'll talk to Crystal. Had a sexual encounter with another girl at 8 years old. Oh, that's the kind of... How old's your girl, Drew?
7.
7? When's she going to be 8?
November.
Where are you guys going? Paris? For Christ's sake, you're going to Legoland for the weekend. Where do you guys go for the birthdays with those kids? Europe? For having a party in Europe?
Yeah.
Well, do you use like a real piñata and stuff? You actually get a real burro and hang it up?
I'm having you come over again and flip burgers like you're last.
Oh, my God. Oh, Drew, let me tell you this, kids, one big letdown. One big letdown. That's what life will be after they move out of the house. Some crappy apartment with a toaster that doesn't work. Drew, you build them up for a big letdown. You get them some tough skins and a skateboard with some clay wheels on it. Yank the cable out of the back of the TV. Get rid of the Nintendo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm listening. All ears.
Start beating them. Okay?
Swatch. Big switch.
Yeah, big switch. Yeah, swatch. Like a gay watch. All right, we'll take a break. Loveline. I'm Anna Carolla. Forget about phone number. All right, let's go back to Bones and speak to Crystal, who is 21 years old. Crystal?
Hello.
You had a sexual encounter with another girl when you were 8 years old?
I was between 8 and 10, I guess, and we just were messing around. Of course, we were kids, so we didn't really know what we were doing, but...
Oh, no. She probably did. So some adult probably got to her.
Oh, yeah. Drew has to think that.
I don't ever know that. I mean, once we hit an age of where we both, started developing a lot more and all that, it stopped, and I didn't see her for many years, and...
Right, that's because she needed to stay attached to a child.
Right.
It's too scary to have another adult.
Okay, wait a second.
She was the only one that had ever happened with. I'm not I think, there's some women I can look at and go, yeah, she's pretty, but I would never want to have sex with another woman. I've had a boyfriend for 5 years, and I love him to death, but I don't know if it's affecting our sexual life because I'm not really I'm not into it. I'm just not, and I never really have been. I've been very sexually active since I was 14.
But you don't like it.
But and it's not that I don't like it, it's just that I'm not real into it. I mean, with certain people...
Ironically enough, I've always been very much into sex, never got laid.
But I mean, I don't know if it's something that happened while I was younger because of that encounter that her and I.
It definitely affects your sexual
All right,
development.
well, wait a minute. You say encounter.
What happened?
Was this encounters?
Oh yeah, many times.
Over 2 years.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I missed out on.
And I did tell my parents because it did start to bother me. It like my conscience was getting.
And she was your age too.
She was the same age as I was. We grew up together. It was like my parents' best.
Now is she lesbian now?
No, she died of cancer 2 years
God.
ago.
Lesbian cancer?
No.
What kind of cancer?
She had
lymphoma.
Cancer, and they found out when she was 15. But I moved away from home very, very young, and so I never saw her until like a year before she died. So I was very close to her, and I loved her very much. But
all right.
I mean, after we never spoke of it after.
All right, but Crystal.
Well, child-on-child sexual abuse is a very common thing.
Maybe, and women are always a little more up in the air sexually, especially now, especially 21-year-old. Maybe you're a lesbian.
I don't think so, though. I mean.
All right. Well, then maybe.
Or maybe just shut her down.
Here's another thing too. Talk to most women. Well, not most women, but a fair amount of women who are in their 30s or even late 20s. Ask them what they thought of sex at 19, 20, 21. Right. Most would say they weren't that into it.
It was more of a power thing for them, a control thing.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
But they just weren't that into it. It's like saying, oh, this is good, Anderson, you're going to want to listen to this one, buddy. Ask most guys what they thought of beer at 16, and they'll tell you they didn't really like the taste. Now, did they drink it? Yeah, they did. Why? Because that's what you did when you were 16. And you didn't want to say that you didn't like the taste of it, and so you did it. Now, guys love beer. But I mean, when I was 16, I'd drink Mickey's Big Mouth and make a face.
Oof. You wouldn't now?
Mickey's? That's true. My mouth was so loaded by the time I got to the Mickey's, I wouldn't feel it. But no, I mean now the point is when I was 16, I drank a beer. I did it to be cool. I did it to fit in. I did it to catch a buzz. I did it because my buddies were doing it. Whatever, 15, 14, whatever I was. Now I go to I really enjoy a beer, and I think women could say the same thing about sex. Now, is there a certain percentage of guys who were 15, 16 and did enjoy a beer? True. There were those guys. But most of them, not that into it, just sort of did it because they thought they were supposed to do it, and now they enjoy it. Yep. I think it's the same thing with women and sex.
All right, here we go. Keep going.
I got to write that down.
Keep going.
I'm writing that down.
16-year-old man.
There you go.
A minute left. Let's go.
Oh, yeah. Did you?
Xanthius?
Yeah.
What's up?
How's your brother, Pythagorean?
What's that?
What's going on?
Well, about a year and a half ago, I was living in near Orange County in L.A., and one of my friends just got into a fight with some rival gang members, whatever you want to call them.
Hey, what's going on in the background there?
I think it's a radio.
All right. Turn that down, please.
And we were arguing about who wanted to get out of the car to go buy a blunt.
Yeah.
And I won the argument, and he got out, and the guys that they fought with pulled out and shot him, and he died. And I don't know, I feel like it's my fault because I was supposed to get out and buy it, but I didn't want to because I just didn't.
Right.
And lately, not lately, but since it's happened, I've been having like nightmares and stuff that it won't go away.
Well, sure. It's called a post-traumatic stress reaction. And you really ought to talk to somebody about this because these things can affect your mood, can cause panic attacks. It can go on for a long time.
And I don't know. They just,
yeah.
So I don't know. It's just really odd dreams. And
hey, listen. You got to get some help with this. And also, you can sort of dedicate your life to, living in his memory or something, turn your life around, not hanging around with hoodlums and all that kind of stuff.
Well, I don't know.
Well, let's not get hasty here.
Well, that's just what I do. I'm a rapper and I do all that stuff, and it's just that's just the lifestyle I live.
All right, well, but that's the kind of lifestyle that's liable to get you shot or one of your friends shot. I know it's a chance you take, but why take that chance is what I'm saying.
I'm going to turn people away from that and find a less violent way to express the same culture.
Oh, who cares?
Well, what you have is treatable, and you should see someone about it.
I'm still basking in the glow of my 16-year-old beer versus sex with chicks.
And your triumphant Taboo 2 theme tonight. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm going to write Taboo 2 the musical. Oh, yeah. That's going to be good. All right. We're going to take a little break. We'll be right back. Well, the song reminds me of a detachable penis.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
That's your favorite song? Remember back in 94?
That long ago?
I think detachable penis could have been like, 94, 95.
Wow.
Listen, I was listening to detachable penis when I was listening to this show when I was swinging a hammer.
Oof.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I think. Yeah, that's a finished hammer. I'd use a big 24-ounce framing hammer, with the waffle line. So, that is going to do it for another fabulous Loveline show, and until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.
Crazy style.
This has been Loveline. The opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the staff, management, sponsors, or this station. The producer for Loveline is Ann Wilkins Engel. Loveline is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment. KZNR